Why you give me a thumbs up?
Dan Soder.
Just bring him in. What is the big deal?
Okay.
He's not that kind of guest. He's the kind of guest who comes in and hangs out with us. Dan Soder coming into the Macho Man theme.
Are they playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Macho Man. Yeah, been around the world. Yeah, no one back. Dig it. King's reign never ends. Yeah, you hear that, honky tonk man? Yeah, greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Yeah, count the numbers. Read it.
It's an amazing impression that you do, but you're kind of living here now. You're around. You were in here yesterday doing stuff with Big J. You're in with Opie today. He's dropping by with us.
I love coming and hanging out here. I love hanging out on O&A. Big J and I trying to get this show off the ground and just dealing with so much stuff.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Jesus,
it's terrible.
And I know Jay's talked to you about it.
Yeah.
Jay and I, we did 30 minutes of the show or whatever, give them a little taste. I think because they wanted to cut the key open and put a little blow on the knife and do it right in front of you to be like, yeah, no, this is good. Yeah. This is the real stuff. But the guy was like, oh, you guys are doing great. And Jay and I keep joking around like it's like a jam session. I'm like, just let us play, baby. Just let us fucking play. Just let us plug in.
Well, what is there to try to figure out that you guys can do? You're two of the funniest fuckers in the world.
I don't know. Thank you, but I don't know.
Now you got me thinking about just fucking key bumps for the rest of the day. Were you a key bump guy, Chris, or not?
Yeah.
See, that can be like...
Chris said it too confidently, like he might have done a key bump before he did the show.
The only way that I would ever do that is while driving. I just feel like if you're going to...
I bet you had a badass hunting knife, too.
Yeah, of course I did. And I had that out because I would hear things. And I just think to me,
What a vicious cycle.
Isn't it sad?
Yeah, you just do the blow till you hear the things, and then you get the hunting knife out.
This is weird. I was just seeing this... On Demand has an Alice Cooper documentary, and everything was going great until Blow. And then you just see him, he's got a long alcoholic history. He's just falling around and everybody loves him. But the second he gets heavily into Blow, the next thing, he's just got this fucking sunken face. His fucking pupils are just pinpricks, and it's all over. Like everyone's just like, I'm not a fan anymore.
Yeah, that's the only Alice Cooper I know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is because I grew up when he was after, I think post Blow. And he's just like,
it never really got back together again.
You can't rebound from blow face. You can rebound from booze face because you lose the weight on your face. But blow face, it's just like, there's all that. That's why meth face, there's definitely no coming back from.
That's just the end of it for you.
Yeah, those scabs stay. They're like face tattoos.
The internet loves to throw up the picture of the girl before her meth habit and the girl after her meth habit.
Yeah, that's going to change it.
Yeah.
You're like, he's rubbing it in this bitch's face. That she looks terrible. You just keep rubbing it in this woman's face. Not only that she looks terrible, that she was arrested. And they have document multiple times.
So I guess anytime you're busted, that picture is just public access for everybody.
Yeah, it's public record.
There's a giant database. I'm sure there's fucking mugshots of me flown around somewhere. I would like to actually see them.
Oh, dude, I would too.
What was your biggest bust for like that?
Well, so there was one where I know I looked crazy because I was like fucking on a bender and I blacked out and woke up in the police station. Mm-hmm. So I know that one must look crazy, but there was also one for like some fucking felony drug charge shit that I definitely would like to see.
It's funny to hear Chris talk about it. It's like the reverse of modeling. They're like, well, I worked out and I was on only a coconut diet. He's like, I don't know, man, blacked out, woke up, police station, probably some crazy ass. My fucking picture.
The way that he looks at himself as if he's on the outside of this. Yeah. Like he's talking about someone else.
Yeah. I put that behind me.
Yeah.
Fez is out today, so Chris did the live read for him. And go ahead and play what our big fucking problem is now, Shelby. Play this for Dan Soder.
I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Tito still makes his vodka by hand on the same land where he started it all, in Austin,
he
Texas.
Started it all.
Started it all. I've been drinking Tito's vodka. And started it all.
He thought he was going to fart, but shit in his pants.
It's very smooth vodka.
Tito's vodka so smooth. Everybody, I want to kiss you. Can I kiss you, Susie?
You pulled in Joe Namath.
I just really want to kiss you.
Tito's Vodka's the shit. My buddy works for them.
Hold on, we got a little update here on Montreal from Jeffrey Goering. There's something not working today. Fez cannot get his operation going the way he wants to. Now take your fucking thumb off it, Shelby. Take your thumb off the line. Jeffrey, what's the update you have for us?
Hey, well, it's not an update. We're stuck in the airport. The whole Sirius XM crew is here. Opie and Norton and Club Soder Kenny and the Lucas brothers are here. Brooks Wheelan. Everybody's just hanging out. We're stranded. There's a storm in Montreal, and they're not letting anybody go anywhere.
So are they keeping you on the plane or just sitting in the airport?
Sitting in the airport. I was saying to Gil, thank God we all get along.
Well, this is Jeffrey says, I'm going to do updates from Montreal, and this is his fucking update.
It's a lounge
We're all
update.
sitting in the airport.
I'm doing updates from the airport now. Yeah, right.
This is the only benefit of being a comic not going to Montreal. You're like, oh yeah, you guys stuck in the airport? Guess what I'm doing? Fucking exactly what I would be doing if there was no festival.
Exactly. What's up, Dan? How are you,
Hey,
man?
good to see you or hear from you, Jeffrey. Sorry your flight's delayed. I do feel bad about that.
Do you really?
Crazy.
Yeah, because I've been in that situation. It sucks.
It's just, that's travel now. Like, I'm going to go to the airport and have my flight delayed.
Yeah.
Is what happens instead of traveling. This is why we hate to travel.
At least he's not stuck on the plane. That's the absolute fucking worst.
This is the worst.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd rather not really fly into a storm if there really is one. But Norton's pissed. He's like, Air Canada always does this. And, it's like, it's fucked. So we're just sitting here.
Would you rather take your chance rather than sit in the airport?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That's an adventure.
I'd probably rather sit. I'm not taking chances. I don't enjoy traveling. The whole thing is a drag. Being there is cool. But the whole thing,
I'll tell you this. If I was a pilot, I would assure people we're not stopping no matter what. Mm-hmm. No matter what is happening. If I got to come in upside down and then just fucking twirl this thing at the last second, I'll do it.
If your pilot jacket had flames on it, and you're like, who's ready to fly and possibly die? Like,
that would be cool if it fucking came on like that.
He's the bad boy of the skies, Ron Bennett.
I know that if I was a pilot, I would probably always be flying past my old high school all the time.
Honking?
Yeah, not as low as I could. Maybe with an elbow hanging out the window.
And Buzz the guys who used to make fun of you, right? Who used to think they were cool.
Well, if they're still in high school, then they're really retarded.
They're mentally retarded, and that's not fun to make fun of them.
That's that guy from 30 years ago.
I didn't know Ryan could operate a plane. He's so smart. And
was that like an English retarded guy?
That was the finishing school retard.
That was great.
High functioning.
Yeah.
That's live on your own retard.
Yeah.
That's what I call that voice.
I call it special. Special needs.
Differently abled.
Yeah, differently able.
Mentally disabled.
I call it handy capable.
Yeah.
So you don't know when everyone's leaving, right?
No, they just keep bumping it back hour by hour. Now it's like maybe 1:40, they say. But the plane's still in Montreal.
Well, let everybody else know that Fez also did not get his 7 o'clock thing, and he's just sitting there, too. So
Are you
everybody's
serious?
held
Really?
up. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of him this morning, and I thought, wow, his surgery must be almost over already.
No.
You jinxed him.
There was there's a storm in the operating room, and they can't get to him.
His cable got delayed.
Yeah. There's a cloud over the light that we need to operate.
That sucks worse than sitting in the airport waiting for fucking surgery. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's worse than being at the airport.
Food's comparable.
I don't know if anybody would disagree with that.
I'm hoping they gave him lots of drugs, so he's not really aware of what's going on.
Well, he's not aware anyway, so he's fine. All right, Jeffrey, thanks for the update.
Okay, man, I'll talk to you tomorrow, actually from Montreal.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know. There's a lot really stormy up there.
He might be on a bus.
All right, peace. It is true that he could have driven by the time you leave your house, because you have to leave hours
You gotta
early.
leave 2 hours before the flight, international.
Yeah, you could drive up to Montreal and made a nice fun day. You're listening to music.
You got a couple albums?
Yeah, you're drinking.
What is it, a 7-hour drink?
Do a couple shotgun, a couple beers.
You doing some knife bumps off a hunting knife? Yeah, you're really fucking letting it go.
I like you doing it right up the dashboard, though, because it makes me feel like I'm part. And then I show my straw to the other cars, like,
Yeah, you guys ready to honk if you party?
down.
Honk if you party. I had one of the most hungover car rides coming back from Just for Laughs in 2011, where I thought I was going to die the entire car ride. I was like, this is it. I'm just going to die.
From being hungover.
From being so hungover. And every time I'd get out at a gas station, I would light up a cigarette and immediately have to run inside to take the worst dump. Just like that liquid all air.
Why did I do?
Why did I do?
Molly, you're disgusted by this?
Hey, Molly. Oh, hey, Molly.
I'm keeping it together.
Didn't see you sitting there.
Just barely.
I got vids if you want to see them. Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah. That's what I mean,
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't drink a lot.
Noted.
Molly doesn't use the toilet, so that's fine.
Good for you.
Girls never poop.
Dude, girls poop a lot.
Now, you quit drinking.
Yeah, what am I at? 17 months, I think?
17 months.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
That's strong. All because of that one awful ride.
Just that one car ride. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my life. No, when that car ride became every day for me, I was like, all right, I think this is we're good.
Here's what I've never saw anyone make their qualification and talk about how bad their shits were the next day.
Yeah.
And then I bottomed out because I constantly shat after every cigarette.
Well, the funniest part is that, after I want to say 10 days of not drinking, I have a buddy who's in the program. He's like, how you feeling? And he was expecting me to be like, I'm sharper. I'm more myself. I'm back to the old me. And instead I was like, dude, I have the firmest dumps right now. And he's like, all right, well, if that's what you wanted out of it. And I was like, I do. It's amazing. I have little logs that come out of me instead of mulch like it was the last 10 years. Just looked like I was shitting mulch. Whiskey mulch. It was gross. It was disgusting. But yeah, and my life's better. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada.
Nice solid dump.
Nice solid dumps. I'm talking to my family again. Yada, yada, yada.
Answering the phone when I see it's my dad. He's got a sidebar in the poor old man.
Yeah, but that Montreal festival, if you drink, that is a very fun time.
Sure.
Because you go to the Hyatt and everyone's like...
Everyone's there.
Everyone's there. It's like high school.
And everyone's buying Dan Soder a drink. Your money's no good here, my friend.
Oh, that was 2011, and it was the best.
Yeah.
Because I was dead broke. And I was just like, everyone wants to buy me drinks? Let's do a little Bon Scott and get some alcohol poisoning tonight. I went full go 2011, and that drive back was terrible.
Who is the greatest drunk of all time? I mean, you dropped Bon Scott's name.
Bon Scott might have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, are we doing fictional drunks or just real life?
I think we're going to stay with a guy who gets by on his alcoholism and it's accepted by people.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson is a hell of a drunk.
He was, one of my favorite interviews ever was with Jan Wenner, talking about when they interviewed Hunter to come on at Rolling Stone, and they said they sat down at a bar in San Francisco, and he was already there, and he was drinking Wild Turkey in tall glasses. They thought it was iced tea, and he drank 6 or 7 of them and stayed the same throughout the meeting, and then got up and walked out, and they're like, they paid for the bill, and they're like, oh my God, those were Wild Turkeys. You're just like, that's an unbelievable, that the entire time they're like, well, he's drinking a soft drink.
Right.
And then they get the bill, and they're like, that's a shit ton of money to pay for 6 iced teas. And
But he needed that. He needed that at all times.
I'd say Bukowski is the fucking...
Bukowski.
I disagree because
Why?
he was sloppy as shit. He had the big Jim Blossom nose.
Yeah.
And all of his books are like, I fucked a French hooker. She was 15 and we were in a motel. And it's like, I love Bukowski's writing, but Hunter S. Thompson had a compound. He lived life the way I would have lived.
But his wasn't just drinking.
Yeah, he
would do any...
It's interesting we're bringing him up because I wanted to bring him up when we were talking about Alice Cooper. There's a guy whose writing started suffering when he started doing blow. Because I've read everything Hunter's done, and you read everything when it's just booze and pot and hallucinogenics. It's unbelievable. And once the cocaine comes in, you're like, this is where his writing started hurting.
Yeah, I don't think Coke has ever helped anyone.
What about the Stones?
I would say no. I don't know, because if you look, a lot of it was heroin.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of that was Mick Taylor, who wasn't fucking doing the heroin.
You're right. A lot of it, and Bobby Keys.
Yeah.
But Keys was doing the heroin, right?
That, I think everyone, I know Mick really wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where all those great lyrics. But after the heroin stage is where I was just like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Keep it. Start me up? No. Nope. I'm going to go back and listen to the old albums. And you gave me plenty. I'm not bitching. I'm not one of those people who complains I'm not getting more. I'm happy with what I got. I just, no more, please.
Yeah, Start Me Up was kind of like when an aging beauty queen gets a tit job. And you're like, okay, this is still not the old you.
Yeah, it's not the old you.
Yeah.
Matt, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Ronnie, what's the rumpus?
What's the rumpus, my friend?
Shane McGowan is the most horrible drunk of all time.
Well, he's a horrible drunk, but we were literally going for great drunk. You know?
He doesn't even perform anymore. Like, he's up on stage mumbling. It's been going on for 20
they
years.
love him for it.
Oh, yeah, I'll still go to a punk show.
I saw him in concert, and they handed him lit cigarettes. He kept dropping them.
That's a sign of alcoholism that you're like, if you're so whacked out you can't even light your own smoke.
I saw him in a wheelchair with a broken leg, just fucking chugging off a bottle of tequila. He doesn't give a shit.
Why is an Irish guy drinking tequila?
He loves it. That's what he drinks. Like, he drinks tequila. That's his shit. Cuervo.
Because, you know, what's funny, though, is when alcoholics get to a certain stage, they start saying, like, well, you need clear biz. There's less impurities. You're drinking fucking poison, dude. Who's the worst drunk? This will be fun.
The worst drunk of all time? See, to me, that has to come from somebody who's not supposed to be drunk. Like when you look at that mayor of Toronto, you know what I mean? And his drunkenness just lets everyone down, and then he's all fucking wired up. And
That's a great
think
point.
He's going to fuck people up.
You know what I watched? I watched the documentary, The 30 for 30, about the University of Miami. I'd never seen it, and I can't confirm this, but Vinny Testaverde looks like he might be the worst drunk, because I was so uncomfortable watching that documentary. I'm like, Vinny is clearly hammered right now.
See, I always pictured him as retarded, not drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I was down in Tampa when he was there, and he came across as retarded most of the time.
It came off to me like he was sweaty. And the way he was talking, I was like, is Testaverde a booze bag? But if he's retarded, then I'll just give him that, and I feel bad, and I'll rewatch the documentary and like it a lot more.
Not the special needs people can't have a cocktail. They can.
They should.
Yeah,
they deserve it. But
they should. They should do that rather than, drive. Or...
Yeah. But Vinny Testaverde, I watched it. I was like, oh, man, is he a bad drunk?
Mark, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Recently deceased Christopher Hitchens, I think Ron was one of our better drunks.
I think right up into the end.
Yeah.
Right up into the end.
That's
and
a
then,
fucking good one.
Yeah, right up into the end, he was one of those great drunks, but there towards the end it got a little sloppy. And again, he showed up places that you shouldn't be drunk, where no one else in the room was drunk.
Yeah.
The lights were going. Norman Mailer drunk is what I'm talking about. Where everybody's here to honor you, and you show up missing a shoe, fucking acting like you're going to knock someone out.
That's not an award. You're giving it to us out of pity. I'll fight the whole lot of you.
You got half the shirt tucked in.
Dude,
that's flying.
Oh, fucking nice banquet ruining drunk. You show up in some
just real John Norman Howard Speedway drunk, fucking making Barbara Streisand feel terrible about herself.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh man, that's got to be a different level of drunk. That's what I was worried about getting to.
Does that make you a good drunk or a bad drunk?
I think a good drunk has got to be able to, pull it off.
Keep your shit together.
I think Dan I have this friend businessman, same amount of drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning as he is 11 o'clock at night, all day. Just hitting a beer.
Cute buzz.
Never saw him sober, but I never saw him embarrassing.
Yeah.
He's just that guy. He's a good time guy.
It's exactly what my dad was.
Yeah.
My dad was so consistent with the drinking that it took cirrhosis to get him out of the game.
Is that right?
Never blew up. When I was a kid, I didn't know. I knew what alcoholism was, but I didn't know that it ruined people's lives because I was like, my dad is so much fun. When my mom would be like, your father drinks. Father's got a drinking problem. I'd be like, well, you're a bitch, so maybe you should drink because Dad's killing it in San Francisco. Because every time I go to San Francisco, I don't want to leave. He's that much fun. And then he died of cirrhosis, and I was like, maybe that was a problem.
Maybe that, but only at the end. How old was he?
48.
Okay.
So he got,
Yeah, he's died.
You put up, that's like, those are some Bo Jackson, Jim Brown numbers as far as alcoholism goes.
I had an uncle who died as an old man.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he was in his 40s. He was on the light side of it. And I remember him like with a blanket around him and stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, he's old. That's going to happen. He's on his way out. He
down.
Partied for a while. But I don't think you run into people who age like they used to. I don't know what the fucking difference is.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of old guys. I guess maybe because people used to work hard jobs. But when I was a little kid, there was a lot of younger men that were really old.
Yeah.
Were really fucking old.
You meet a guy that's like 32, and that's like a 2014 68.
Yeah.
Used up.
Yeah. You know what it was? It really was like everything, like smoking was good for you. It was all that.
Everything. Yeah.
Microwave meals.
Yeah.
And I mean, those guys worked
delicious.
around asbestos and you fucking name it. I mean, they worked in those factories and it just fucking drives you down.
Yeah.
Here's Jeremy in OKC. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Yeah, I got a good one. Someone who's not supposed to be drunk is Larry Merchant.
What? Larry Merchant's a booze bag?
Yeah, he seems drunk every time he talks to any boxer that he ever talks to.
That would make sense of why he said that shit to Mayweather.
It's just old.
If I was 60 years younger, I would fight you. I want to call you a name, but I haven't had too many drinks. A couple more, and I'm going to be saying some words behind your back. Not to your face.
He's another guy who just hates boxing.
Hates it?
He's been there for years and just
He talks about it like it's his wife that's sitting in the lounge chair next to him.
He's like, wow, this fight.
Wait, who's the guy that does the round scores? Shit, I'm blanking on it. But Merchant, I love his interviews because he always looks like he's lost. Like he's in the middle of the ring, and he's like, "Who do I talk to?" He's interviewing one of Mayweather's security guards.
It's Bieber.
Here's Patrick. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, man, what about, I would say Kerouac? Maybe that's the worst. One of the worst.
Yeah, Kerouac turned very sad. Again, how old was Jack when he died? Look it up, because I don't think he was all that old.
No, he wasn't old at all. He was like in his 50s.
He's 47.
And,
47. He was already living in St. Petersburg, Florida, and afraid to get in cars. The guy who fucking wrote On the Road, guys would come by, hey, Jack, let's go for a ride. And he would, be all fucking freaked out and weird. You don't want to drink to the point that you're seeing shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you're having coke-like hallucinations on alcohol, you're doing it wrong.
It's Van Gogh drunk.
Yeah.
Just fucking cutting body parts off.
Well, that makes me think of, like, if we're talking drunks, why not Hemingway?
Yeah. Hemingway, I think. But I think he was it's half and half. Like, he was a good drunk because so much great material came out of his drinking, but he was a bad drunk because it eventually ruined his life.
Well, where was he at the end? How old was he at the end?
Let's see.
Because I think he had a pretty good run, right?
Yeah, Papa was like...
Yeah.
What was he, 60? I'm going to guess 67.
62.
61 says a different website.
And he died in what, like 61?
Yeah, in 1961 he died.
All right, so, I mean, for those days, again...
Born in 1899.
Yeah.
62.
Yeah, he was in World War One. He was driving an ambulance in World War One. Mm-hmm. But did you ever go back and read any of that as an adult?
Yeah.
And you're like, I thought this was better. I don't know. It's just
There's some stuff that you're like, I didn't appreciate it.
Right.
And then there's some stuff where you're like, okay.
You just like, we got the camping bag out of the truck. We started a nice warm fire.
Oh.
Soon
I
we
love
would be
that,
eating
though.
meat. And you're like, what?
Yeah, but then...
I think I could have wrote this.
But then English professors are just like, just sucking them off. Like, well, did you see how simple that sentence was? Oh, that sentence was so simple. That's so Hemingway.
Nick, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B, $1 million. I think one of the best I know of is Mr. MacArthur Park himself, Richard Harris.
You know, that was an era of like great English
yeah.
drunks.
Yeah.
Where they would get drunk and then start to fucking read Oscar Wilde to people.
Well, that
You
was
know
like
what I mean?
that's like Arthur drunk,
Yeah.
where you're like charming.
Yeah, and then did you ever see Arthur 2, the non-drinking?
God, no.
Awful.
The second
Yeah.
that they put, what's his name? Fucking Russell Brand. Oh, they didn't do a second with Dudley.
Yeah,
did they?
he did him
sequel.
when he didn't drink.
No.
Arthur on the Rocks.
Didn't remember the cartoon The Critic?
Yeah.
I thought they made a joke about that.
No, it was real.
Where he's like, you have cirrhosis. And he's like, well, then I guess I'll have a drink with you. And then Jay was like, it stinks. God, I got to get The Critic on DVD.
Well, did you ever see, it's Peter O'Toole, my favorite year. That was a great drunk.
He's Peter O'Toole.
Haven't we talked enough for one night? See, you would love to be that kind of drunk.
That's because that's romantic drunk.
Yeah. Now, what do you say about a person like Hicks who is still pretty thick-tongued when he's sober?
At times.
Yeah.
During live reads.
Where you're taking a lot of drunk actions even when you're and sober.
That's what kind of scares me, because like when I'm sober, sometimes I feel like I
don't let you drive. We will go out to breakfast, and I'll be like, "Give me the keys. Give me the keys right now."
But this wasn't even brunch.
Yeah, just give them to me. You'll be happy I did.
I feel like I have brownouts sometimes. Like I'll think the day before, like, wait, did that happen yesterday or did it happen the day before?
Dude, I used to think I was so charming with women when I was hammered, and I talked to them the next day, and you're like, "You're being a fucking creep," and I'm like, "Oh no!" Wait, for me proposing, you give me a beach in the bathroom wasn't romantic, and then it's like, I'm so sorry. That's the one great thing about not drinking is every like female comic that I'm friends with, I'm like, haven't said anything weird to you in a while.
Right.
I'll walk over here.
Yeah, didn't pin you against the wall somewhere.
Didn't talk like, let's just talk about comedy and maybe we can make out.
One kiss. That's all I'm saying. One kiss.
Oh, that just made me a little nauseous because I know I was guilty of mumbling that through a fucking whiskey breath.
Dan Soder's in studio. He's going to be performing at Comics at Foxwoods in Connecticut this Thursday, June 24th, through Saturday, June 26th. Go to comicsatfoxwoods.com for tickets and more information.
Yeah, I got Anthony DeVito and Greg Stone with me, two very funny guys. It's going to be fun.
And you and Big J are still tweaking the stuff that you did.
Once they just take everything, we're not tweaking shit. They're just not letting us go. They're just keeping us in the pen. You know, we're just starting to get antsy. But they know that dogs don't shit in their pens, so we're fucking just waiting. But yeah, I mean, you know, Big J, one of my favorite comedians, and also one of my close friends. So hopefully, you know,
I thought he was your closest friend.
That's probably Nate Bargatze.
Damn it.
So,
how did Nate? What's so great about Nate that he moves to the top?
What's his problem?
His knowledge of college football.
Okay, that'll do it.
He doesn't have a chain wallet.
Yeah. All right.
There's smaller things in Jay's repertoire that he could change.
You don't like the.
I mean, Jay and I have
fingerless gloves.
Yeah, the fingerless gloves. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe if he loses them, he goes to number one. Our tastes in sandwiches are very similar. We love video games. Jay likes pot. I like pot. We're all, you know.
It's nice.
It's just some fashion accessories that really separate us.
Hey, Mark in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean Martin.
You know, someone told me this, though, that Dean Martin was doing the iced tea bit when he said he was drinking.
He was at the end.
Yeah.
I heard that at the end, though, when he had to quit drinking. I heard he did the last 5 years of his show and he was doing the iced tea thing, which I'm not going to lie, I get.
Yeah, because it's show business.
But like, when I go on stage, if I have an iced tea, people automatically assume it's booze, as opposed to me having a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this guy's hydrating.
Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink.
I don't drink. What? Well, what was that on stage? It was an iced tea.
You know what I hate is when people say to me, "Oh, you can't drink?" I go, "Wait, I fucking choose not to drink, bitch.
Yeah.
I'll fucking drink you one of the table right now." I
know exactly what you're talking about.
Motherfucker.
Oh, God, when they want to call me out of retirement, I feel like I want to do a Cher one night only concert where I'm like, you really want to see how deep this lake goes?
Guess who's going to fucking call you pussy when you try to go home?
Yeah, guess what? Go get me a pack of Camel Lights in a box. and a bottle of Jameson and get ready to poop mulch tomorrow. Because we're gonna.
Callback. That's a great callback.
Yeah.
Molly, you still cringing? You haven't gotten used to it?
Yeah, it hasn't worn off yet.
Yeah. Well,
Just so vivid in my mind.
I'm very Hemingway in my descriptions of my poop. Another callback.
Eric, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yes, Joe Namath.
Oh.
I had no problem with what he did.
Loved it.
No problem.
It reminded me of every one of my family members. He was like, can I get a kiss?
Well, first of all, I thought he was being very sweet, and it made me suddenly pay attention to this girl who I was ignoring all this time.
Yeah, that's like the sensationalized media where they're like, can you believe it? And he had to apologize. It's like, the guy used to get all the pussy.
Right.
So, of course, in his older age, you still think he's got a couple moves left.
I thought it all came across as adorable. Look it up. Joe Namath, drunk, Jets game.
Is Leslie...
no, it's a little one.
Susie Colbert.
Yeah.
He goes, I want to kiss you, Susie. I actually referenced that earlier today. I want to kiss you, Susie. I want to kiss you right on the mouth.
You're doing this twice a day. Just twice
Great Jet quarterback Joe Namath and Chad Pennington. What impresses you about Chad?
I believe everything that anyone else has watched Chad play impresses me. The same thing impresses them. He's a quality, classy quarterback that has a touch on the football. He's not a thrower. He's a passer. His mind is ahead of what the defense is, and if the Jets can support him, we'll win the championship. Penny can draw play to Curtis Martin.
So it's been a tough season for Jet fans. What does it mean to you now when the team is struggling?
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling. What we know is and through. Chad Pennington, our quarterback, missed the first part of the season.
Now, here's the thing. He wasn't the only guy in that stadium drunk. I mean, it's
a Jets game.
It's a Jets game.
Pointing out.
And
Curtis Martin probably had a couple pops in him playing that.
Yes.
Why not?
And she looked adorable. You know what I mean? You have to take that shot.
You know what? I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Because if he wouldn't have taken that shot, it would have been like, what was up with that sexual chemistry that you and Susie had?
They
on that
did have
sideline?
sexual chemistry.
You tell me there's no spark?
And I remember I was watching that night, and I was just going like this, kiss him.
Do it for all of us.
Don't you know that you both love each other? Don't you see?
Yeah,
It's like a rom-com.
It was like Ross and Rachel and Friends. You're like, just get together, Susie and Joe. Kiss him.
That tension of Ross and Rachel that went on for 14 years. Sometimes they were together, and other times they weren't. You're just pulling for them.
Yeah.
Just pulling.
Yeah. I can't believe that was a thing.
No.
For so long.
And it was so blatant what they were doing, and everyone's like, but I gotta watch.
Yeah, I can't not watch it.
Just like I gotta watch Susie and Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he got drugged through the fucking mud for that.
Yeah, well, he ended up in rehab. It was one of those things like, all right, fuck, I'm just going to go to rehab. Everyone's so mad at me.
My question is, whenever they go to rehab, is it possible that some of these people just go to, like, their beach house for a week and they're like, let's just let shit blow over? Or do you think they have to go and have the pictures taken in front of the rehab center?
There's some rehabs that are like going to a beach house, though. There's some rehabs that are like...
on the water, right?
Yeah, they're on the water, and they'll go, you know what? You can drink here. I'm not going to say that.
I want to go to that rehab.
Everybody can just drink.
This is an all-inclusive rehab.
I'm not going to throw you out for drinking. Look what you're paying. You're paying $18,000 a week here. Of course you can have drinks.
If you really want, I can turn the head and get you some junk. If you want to pop one. Yeah, that's got to be... They should do that for sober people. They just give us like 4 days in a house where we can drink and do what we used to and then come back out of it. Like, you're back to being...
Just time out. Just the fucking time out.
Give me your phone and your internet and just go to this house with other people and have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Live like a person. Live like Molly on spring break.
Yeah.
Where do you go for spring break, Molly? Mexico?
Cancun, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna go, and then my plans fell through, but that was the big plan. Yep.
Did you see Molly out there?
No.
Ass out, fucking...
No, one pieces only.
Pounding Coronas.
And beach cover-ups.
Fucking margaritas.
Beach cover-ups.
Drinking one of those tall plastic glasses for like Fat Tuesdays.
Shitty novelty bar.
It's a margarita mile.
This one comes with 8 straws, so your whole table can drink it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
I've seen one in a huge watermelon with 4 girls
That's
around
racist,
it. Giant.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Come on,
racist.
Jesus.
Okay.
Do you learn nothing?
Nope.
Racist.
Unlike Dan Soder, my best friend is black.
Mm-hmm.
Really black.
My
though.
best enemy.
Scary black.
My best enemy is black.
Sure.
So that's why I can say these things. No one claims that.
No.
I can say this stuff. My arch nemesis is black. So you guys just cool off on this.
Do you have an arch nemesis? I don't know if I've ever had one.
No.
Someone I just feel like
There's people I do not like.
Yeah.
There's people in comedy that I do not like. But there's only like 4 of them. And I'm just like, you're a real hunk of garbage.
What do you hate about some of these? I know you don't want to say their names.
I wouldn't say their names, and none of them are comedians.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any beef with my own. I don't have, I have beef with just people that you see do shitty things to comics.
Like club people, club owners.
There's a couple, and then there's a guy that did comedy, but then he's not really a comedian, but then he charges people to teach them comedy. And there's that kind of stuff, and I think that's fucking worst. I think, when people pimp people out using their dreams, with oh, you want to be a comic? Well, give me $900. And they're like, guess what? Go do open mics. And you're like, yeah, you could have just done that in the fucking beginning.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're a graduate.
Yeah, you graduate. Here's a diploma.
Something fake.
Now, remember, you want to have a premise.
Yeah.
All right?
Here's how jokes work. Premise and a punchline. Thanks for the money. Bye-bye.
Now, a lot of people work with the mic in the stand. I prefer to take that baby out.
And
Gives me the
really-
chance I can go left or right with it.
You got to see what kind of comic are you? Are you an observationalist comic? Are you a storytelling comic? Thanks for the fucking grand. Yeah, I don't like that shit.
You don't buy that the comedy lesson. You feel like it's just.
I think it can be helpful. I think there's a lot of people I know. There's great comics that I know that actually took comedy classes, and I'm like, oh wow, you took a comedy class? But there's one specific guy who I'm not going to say his name, but he just finds different ways to do it, where all of a sudden he's now he's running a management company, and I'm like, this guy's not good news.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I don't even know if I've met the guy. So he could be, but I don't like the shit that he does.
It's just an angle. An angle,
But I don't like when people take that kind of angle when they're using the weak part of comedians as opposed to playing to their strengths. They're playing to their weaknesses. Where you're like, you're just a fucking vulture.
All right, who worked on Chapter 2, did you ever notice? What do you have, Chris? You ever notice traffic is...
Guys, we had a specific assignment for this week's class, and it's to describe your poop. Guest lecturer Dan Soder's going to be here. Now, Dan has been on Conan. How do you describe your poop, Dan? Yeah, that's what I am. It's, I don't know.
It's a gift.
That seems weird to me that people would be like, see you next Monday for comedy class. Just go get...
I honestly think there's only one way to get funny, and that's hanging out on fucking street corners.
There's absolutely.
Even the comedy nerd thing, it annoys me a little bit. I know that some people are like, I just stayed in my house and watched Letterman and wrote shit down.
I never got that.
I like guys who are just out. They should be in school, but they're somewhere else. Just busting
Bullshit.
balls,
Yeah.
I've always learned... That's how I learned I wanted to do stand-up, was by making the guys I worked with in Alaska laugh when I worked at a cannery. I was like, these are some blue-collar, hard-working motherfuckers. And if I'm making them laugh, maybe I can get a crowd in Tucson to chuckle. Because they're just like, shit, man, I blew glass for 12 years and now I don't have brain cells. And I'm like, yeah, but what about this guy we work with? They're like, you're fucking funny.
That's observational.
Yeah,
what
but I've heard a lot of other comics say similar things. I'm a big Bill Burr fan, and I listened to one of his interviews, and he said almost like he was on a construction site, and this guy's like, you should do that. And he was like, yeah. Because you're right. There's nothing better than real life funny.
Yeah. Being able to hold that one little fucking place.
Yeah, if Jay and I both worked at a factory and we came together, we'd be friends because we make each other laugh.
Right. I think you want to pull up the thing where you can bust somebody's balls that could kick your ass when you're a kid and have that guy laugh along. Be like,
oh, that's what got me out of all my ass kickings.
Yeah.
If I knew that was like, I wasn't the toughest guy, but I knew if I made the toughest guy laugh, no one would kick the shit out of me.
Right.
Because I'd be like, hey, David, those guys got a problem with me. But remember that time that I said you were like a furry koala?
Yeah.
Well, you want to fuck him up?
Well, there's nothing better than showing back up with someone.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have kids, but if I do, my only advice to kids will be when you're small, be friends with the toughest guy in the neighborhood, and when you're an adult, be friends with the best lawyer. Just be friends with a good lawyer.
Yeah. That was the guy that you used to fucking pick on.
Yeah.
Now, years later.
Yeah.
What is it, Chris? What are you fucking standing there with that note about? You're driving me nuts over there.
Dan Soder. Dan Soder is going to be performing at Comics at Foxwoods in Connecticut this Thursday, June 24th through Saturday the 26th. Go to comics@foxwoods.com for tickets and more information.
All right, we got to go to break here. Can you hang out?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
what are you doing tonight? You got something tonight, too?
At
that
the
you're doing?
Stand, 2 shows. Come on out, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m.
So it's 2 shows every night there.
Yeah, dude. And they got some great shows, man.
Yeah, it's a great little place. I love it.
I love it. And there's like, a lot of beautiful women go there. It's
old school. It's kind of neighborhoody.
Yeah, it is.
What are you writing down now? Because
The Stand tonight, Dan. I'll be there at 8 p.m. for later on.
Jesus Christ, you're taking notes. You're like a fucking stenographer in the corner. I'm over there talking, I hear.
The most illegible stenographer in the fucking world. It's basically hieroglyphics.
You are sloppy, aren't you, with everything you're doing?
Pretty much, yeah. Even talking.
You got 40 fucking pages sitting in front of you for no apparent reason.
Well, I like to have multiple copies in case anyone loses anything, so I just
is that
bang,
right?
bang,
That's
bang.
nice. Yeah. That's disorganized or organized.
Thank you.
Great.
I think.
All right, I'm going to check to see if Fez went in to get his operation. We'll be right back. Run Fez.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog. Raw Dog. Comedy. Channel 99.
It's the Ron and Fez show. I just heard from Fez. He still hasn't gone in for his operation. He's been laying outside of the room now since 7 o'clock this morning, but he says they gave him a Valium.
All right.
So that's nice.
Bonus.
Dan Soder, this is exciting for you. You've never met this young lady before. Tommy Pescadelli is here.
Yeah, we finally meet.
Yeah,
you guys have never met.
Well, you work around people. Like, I know him. I know that I see where he's working. He's coming places after I'm there.
Right.
But you don't really get to see. You really, as a comic, unless you're in New York or L.A., you work with 2 other people.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, and most of the time it's people you don't really know, or you're not going to know for a couple of years.
Right.
So when you're headlining, no headliners don't bump into each other that much. It's just you.
Not now.
It's very rare if a city has 2 clubs, like San Francisco. Maybe if like I'm at Punchline, you'll see who's at Cobb's, and you're like, let's see who it is.
Or if somebody's in for like a corporate. In the old days, comedy clubs were like Tuesday through Sunday. So we used to have that overlap day.
Right.
But I wasn't a headliner back then. But and you stayed in condos. So like people, the condo would have like 4 or 5 comics because some would be leaving and some would be coming in. They'd come in a day early or whatever because it didn't pay to go home.
Yeah.
You're in early because you're doing some radio tonight.
I am. I'm doing Jenny. I'm co-hosting with Jenny McCarthy.
That's fun.
Yeah, on what she's doing, Dirty, Sexy, Funny on Stars.
That's
Dirty, sexy, funny.
Yeah, I'm the funny. I'm not dirty or sexy.
You're both. You're everything. I don't know dirty.
I wasn't going to call you dirty. I was like, oh, Jesus.
I'm a little stinky. It's about 5 gazillion degrees. I went to Iraq, and it was cooler than it is today.
Isn't it crazy hot out there? And yet... The other part of the country, 30 degrees hotter than us today.
Well, that's how people spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
When you see that one little shoe on the side of the freeway.
Your old neck of the woods, like Tucson, right? Is 115 today.
Yeah.
But that's why they see UFOs all the time over there, because they're just hyperventilating.
You can deal with that heat. This is the heat where you walk outside and you can chew the air. That's the heat where I'm like, dude, good
but
luck.
You say that dry heat doesn't bother you. It has to, though.
Well, you go from being in an air-conditioned house to being in an air-conditioned car.
Right.
115, it's weird. It's a different kind of sweat. Because you're baking. You're in an oven.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You know what else, too? You're saying the air conditioning house, air conditioned car. They don't do that here necessarily. Not everybody has it. People are used to being outside. You get in a cab, and I had to say to the guy, "Could you turn the air conditioning on?" And it was like I had to have an act of Congress. I'm sorry I offended you.
He's costing him money. Yeah, you're costing him money if he turns the air on.
I don't turn the air on for you. I don't. I want to sweat in it.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg made me do it.
They always yell about Bloomberg. Now, Bloomberg did something funny. Molly, you were just over in Israel.
I was.
Now the FAA wasn't letting planes fly from America, so Bloomberg, who was his own plane, said fuck it, and he got on the commercial plane just to be a dick to fly over there.
Yeah, he got on El Al. He was saying that by making restrictions on flights, the U.S. had given Hamas an undeserved victory, in some way, and so he decided to take his own.
This is the
taking matters into his own hands.
Yes.
Who dictates how much soda you can drink at a sitting? like a cheat.
You kind of gotta like that billionaire
Dick mentality,
just
right?
like, oh really? Watch me go over there.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, rich kid.
Have you ever met anybody with that kind of money before, though? Because I knew a guy who got very rich from one thing, and the second that he got very rich, and he had his own plane, we're on his plane, and I'm like, oh, he thinks he knows about everything now. Like, no matter what came up, he was an expert because he made, $500 million. So I think it's hard to ever think that you're wrong.
Yeah, you can't.
Or why would you have all that money?
Yeah. Plus, you also have sycophants around you all the time that are guessing you to ride the plane.
Oh, I was one of them. I was one of them.
Me too. I really would be. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're out. Yes, the Earth is flat.
This caviar is salty.
Well, I
agree with you.
I would do anything to fly private. It's the best fucking feeling in the world.
I have never done it.
Nor have I.
The car drives up, you get out of the fucking car and into the plane, you fly away, and you land, and you get out, and there's another car waiting for you.
That's insane.
And you cut your flying time by like 700%.
No
You don't
X-ray
see the
machines.
airport. We drove around the airport out to the and we're like, this is fucking amazing.
Right, because terrorists don't have enough money to actually do that. That's so stupid.
All those oil countries, they don't have enough money.
I will tell you this: we all flew in one place, and then he had the plane go back to get his dog, back to pick up his dog, and then bring the dog there.
That's insane.
Yeah.
If I'm like sitting on Southwest backwards and I peek out the window and see a dog boarding a private jet, I think I will kill myself and the first 5 people I see. That is insane. I think that
Murder
for sure.
on the runway.
I'm choking myself out with all those peanuts.
Yeah, that's got to be the fucking worst feeling. You're just packed in the airport, and you're like, is that Terrier getting on that G6?
And then they're closing the door.
No humans. No humans are being flown.
Is that Rin Tin Tin?
A thing that ages 7 years for every one of our years.
And the dog doesn't know it, or even fucking
No, the dog's a dick too. It's a Kennedy dog. It knows. It knows.
I'm pretty convinced that the genetics of being a dog, you could put that thing in the back of a station wagon and it would have just as much fun as being on a private jetliner. By the way, I have to correct myself. People are right. I meant Bernie Kosar when we were talking about terrible drunks.
Hey, I'm from Cleveland. What are you talking about?
We're talking about drunks, terrible drunks.
Oh,
and
God.
I accidentally said Vinny Testaverde when I meant Bernie Kosar.
Oh, yeah, Bernie got all red and got
So I was right. I was right when I was watching the documentary because I was watching the University of Miami documentary and Kosar's being interviewed and I'm like, this guy looks hammered.
Hammered.
And then I just realized I was saying Vinny Testaverde, so I was wrong.
Oh.
It was Bernie Kosar that I meant to say.
I like your shat over there.
What the fuck? You made one mistake.
Yeah, you can't get away from it, Chris.
You made one.
I apologize. You just need to learn to apologize for your mistakes.
I gave him another plug. It was fucking great.
All right.
I got drunk. That's why I don't drink on stage. Early on in my career, I got drunk one time and called myself Terry Pescatelli. so that's why I don't drink. So you want to drink? Not really. Not if I want credit for this show.
Being a Cleveland fan, are you happy that LeBron's back, or you hold a grudge?
Oh man, it's a slippery slope because I knew that he would. To me, I don't know what it is. Like I knew that he would come back. I guess I just knew because he had to prove it. We watched that kid when he was 16 years old play basketball. They sold out the high school arena to watch him. You know what I mean? So, but I knew he'd come back, and sure enough, he's coming back. They don't know what number to come because he wants people to pay more money for Casual Friday. That's what it is. They have that's all they care about is having something cool to wear.
It is incredible that that they actually think that this guy is going to turn the economy of the city back. How can has any ball player ever done that for any city?
No, Ron.
I think Elway helped the economy of Denver.
Sure, he had a whole bunch of car dealerships.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, that's honest, though. He had a steakhouse, car dealerships.
That helped him,
yeah,
but I don't know if it helped Denver.
But it created jobs at the dealerships. I mean, LeBron's going to have a lot of opportunities to be, he's going to help the city of Cleveland out. What I love, my favorite thing of being not a Cleveland fan, but watching this whole thing, is watching all the people that were like, fuck you, LeBron! And now they're like, well, I mean, he does dunk. It's like
that's my whole family.
Yeah, it's like an abused girl where you're like, why are you taking him back? Like, but you don't understand, he was born here.
Yeah.
He was confused, he was young. You're like, he fucked you guys so bad. But I do like that he's back. There's something about him proving that he can win a championship in Cleveland that I love.
First of all, it's not going to happen.
You don't think so?
I say that with all the love of my heart, but it is not going to happen because Cleveland has a history on all their sports team of having amazing athletes that go on to success.
Okay.
Right? Like a Manny Ramirez.
Yeah.
He did what he needed to do. He's going to come back. Who knows what happens? Now he's getting older. He's going to get a little slower. Who knows if he gets hurt? It's not the same. We're not getting prime LeBron.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You lost the 4 best years.
No.
I think he lost the 4 best years of his life.
He's been playing since he was 18 years old on a professional level.
Yeah,
He's
but
exhausted.
They say scientifically 28 to 32 is when you're at your
What is he
athletic
right
peak.
now?
He's at 27, I think. Was he at 28?
It'd be fantastic if.
But also, I love that you can see Tammy's wiring from being from Cleveland, that they've had their heart broken so many times that she's just like, there's no championship.
Listen,
you're like, Tammy, there could be. You have one of the best. There's no champion. There's no.
You
You're
don't
like
even get mad at your in the old days. Like if you get mad at your teams, right? Your team, like wherever you're from, where you're
I'm
from.
a huge 49ers fan.
Okay, so you get mad at them sometimes, like, I can't believe they lost. Now because of the Browns, because of the Indians, because of the Cavs, you get mad at yourself. Right. I should have fucking known. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with this shit. This is stupid.
You guys have had so many heart-wrenching moments, from the Jordan Game 5 shot to Elway.
Everything. That's
Indians against
the
Miami.
Marlins. Yeah, against the Marlins.
Everything. And do you know that Ariel Castro, the kidnapper, killed himself on opening day of Brown season last year because probably even he didn't want to put up with that shit again. It was like they thought it was remorse.
Oh,
it was
my
a Brown.
God! Yeah, he was realizing they didn't have a starter there. My buddy's now buddy I grew up with is now on the coaching staff of Cleveland, and I was like, "All right, how you feeling?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm seeing that positivity. Yeah, they got a lot of positivity.
Johnny Football.
Yeah, Johnny Football's there. We'll see. He and his whole little crew.
Yeah.
Taking too many selfies.
Get that money.
No I
money
in team.
Yeah.
No I in team.
He likes the party. He likes to celebrate. He's a celebrator.
Yeah.
He might be the only one.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
They'll turn on him. He better deliver. That's all I gotta say, because they are vicious. They will annihilate him. They will make his grandmother bald. Okay.
My question to you, being from Cleveland, who is a more vicious fan base? Cleveland now or Boston before the 2004 win?
I think it's pretty much similar, I have to tell you. And because I was on a show that people voted, and if I would have won that show, I don't think I would have had any fans in Cleveland, even though I'm from there. So by not winning that show, there are people, because they just have never seen it happen. We have the lowest divorce rate in the country. And I joke around in my act and go, because people keep thinking, maybe next year it'll be better. Like it just never gets better.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, you guys really are.
You can't believe it. You just can't. It's stupid to believe it. It's Lucy and Charlie Brown with the football.
Tammy Pescatelli is going to be co-hosting on Jay McCarthy's Dirty Sexy Funny Show tonight at 6 p.m. on Sirius XM Stars, Channel 106. And you can pick up Tammy's album, Finding the Funny, on iTunes.
Oh, wow. That's a nice plug. Thank you.
That's a nice one.
Dan Soder is also in studio. He'll be performing at Comics at Foxwoods in Connecticut this Thursday, July 24th through the 26th. Go to comics at foxwoods.com for tickets and more information. And he'll be at the Stand tonight in New York City at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. shows.
Wow, look at that. And that voice?
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's
right?
wonderful.
God.
He's vodka tested.
Yeah, you just got man. You nailed that shit.
By the way, I think I can beat out both those towns. Growing up, Philadelphia fan, vicious.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Philly fans is you guys almost go too far with your assholeness.
That's true.
You guys, Boston, there was a likability before the 04. You know, like when the Patriots won, you still were like, hey, you guys are still lovable losers. I am cheering for the Cavaliers. I am cheering for any Cleveland team because, my God, that city needs a break. Didn't your river catch on fire?
Yeah, like in the 69 or something.
Randy Newman?
That's hysterical. But, you know, the thing is, though, it's Philadelphia. You at least had a fictional hero in Rocky. Yeah. Okay? You felt like a champ. That whole city was crazy after Rocky,
It's
right?
true.
We had nothing. Major League, maybe they didn't even win the World Series. They just got to the playoffs, and we were happy. Okay, like that's, you know.
Even that, you guys were like, well, that's a little fictional. I don't know if that's gonna
Not
happen.
even with that we enjoyed.
But I was in South Florida when the Indians played the Marlins, and I was actually hoping that the Indians would win. As I'm watching home games down there, because I was like, these guys need a break.
Miami sports fans,
terrible.
They're terrible.
Terrible.
You can't be a good sports fan when you live in paradise.
You know, everywhere in Florida is like, all right, we're 2 touchdowns down. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And they get up and they go out on a boat.
They're like, do you want to go? We should go have a daiquiri out on my yacht.
Yeah, but have you seen people there? That's why.
Yeah.
Like, there are other things to do. That's why the comedy, I like going down there, but half the time, it sucks because half the people don't even speak English. And you're like, why did you come to this show? Donde está el baño? I don't know. That's all I got for you. I can point you to the bathroom.
Comedy in Florida is tough.
Right.
I'd probably say it's the toughest state.
Miami, especially.
Miami's not. It's not
It's
existent.
great. A lot of, Fort Lauderdale, okay, but Miami, forget it. You might literally, unless you're doing Babalu or something. It's insane.
I was going fucking crazy. Just high-fiving.
You nailed it. They are the most apathetic audiences in the world, and that's why cities like Bloomington and Madison and like Ohio have unbelievable comedy crowds.
Yeah,
where you're like, I want to tape all of these shows to keep them on record.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Bloomington, I was like, do you guys all know who I am? This is amazing. And like, how was the shows? I was like, it's the fucking greatest club.
And then you do a local reference and the place goes...
Peyton Manning did play for the Colts. Yeah, they're like, yeah, I remember that. It's unbelievable in the Midwest versus like coastal cities. It's weird because you can even see it on the West Coast with San Francisco and Seattle. They're very touchy. They're very like, oh, if there's someone in the joke that you're making fun of, they're like, guys. And you're like, all right, let's. And then you go to Oakland and they're like, yeah, all right, bring that shit. You talk whatever the fuck you want to talk about.
Come on, I'll fight you in the parking lot. That's it.
Rob Ford has troubles. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be doing
guys, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on you don't know about.
LA is funny because they're the only number 2 city, and they don't have a football team, and they really don't seem like they give a shit. They're like, hey, we don't need a team.
Because the team isn't called Your Career. If they named it the LA
Selfies.
Yeah, exactly.
Selfies.
Exactly.
They're all just taking pictures of themselves on the field.
How does this work for me? If they're like, I guarantee they would sell out every game if they're like, if you come to this and we win a championship, we'll buy your script. And they're like, we'll be there. I got season tickets.
You have a chance to be. If you could put this on your credit as seen on ABC Sports.
You get an NFL credit. And you're like, I totally go LA. Yeah, I think football's great.
So what are you doing tonight? Have you guys worked out what the show's going to be? Or just
it's about, I guess it's parenting, like when your kid is like a dick, kind of based on that Louis C.K. bit.
Right.
When he flipped off his kid.
Well, when people asking me about parenting, I always think it's just luck. If you're lucky enough to have pleasant children, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much you can actually do to rein them in.
Well, they are fully formed and functional, right?
Yeah.
Like when they come out. But I didn't know that. I grew up in a crazy traditional Italian household where if I said I was cold, they'd be like, no, you're not. You know, so we weren't allowed to have I didn't really have my own thoughts until I was probably 16, 17 years old. It was all by committee. So I think, like you couldn't be a dick. They would just beat the shit out of you.
Right.
And then explain to you why they did it. So nowadays I think people just give their kids too much credit. Too many choices.
Too many choices. That is tough to have a lot of choices.
I think because I was raised by a single Irish mom, and it wasn't you're not cold. It was I'm going to beat the shit out of you for saying you're cold because you're saying I failed.
Right.
Like, no, I didn't. I didn't know. 71's a very reasonable temperature to keep the house. Maybe it's a little chilly. Like Irish it's always Irish and Italian are both beat up first, explain why after, but not really explain why.
Our house was always like, we have done everything we can for you. And I'm like, I just said I wasn't hungry. Like, I didn't.
My mom would say I would take the food out of my mouth for you. I'm like, well, no, I don't want that. I know it's a saying, it's a metaphor.
Yeah. I don't want that chopped up mush.
It's so funny because a friend of mine has a kid that's like in one of those alternative schools where they figure out what grade they're in and they can change at any moment. And the kid has a friend at age 8 that is now becoming transgender. The boy believes that he's a girl. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, that's whatever people want to do now, whatever makes their kid happy. But if that would have happened in our house, let's just say that I was Chaz Bono and I wanted to not be Chastity. And are you kidding me? They would have, if I said I wanted to be a boy, they would have made a fake penis and made me wear it on my head every day. They didn't understand that kind of stuff back then.
I used to hide Bowie albums from my parents and my brother. I'm going to keep this under the bed because it was
androgynous.
Yeah,
right?
It was like holy shit.
Yeah, anything that you liked that was like border, you're like, well, I'm going to keep this shit.
Yeah.
My mom wanted to make me cultured when I was a kid, so she's like, I'm going to take you to a musical once a year. And my friends would be like, where are you going? I'm like, nowhere. Doctor's office. It's probably going to have my pee hole worked on again. We shouldn't talk about this.
It's an amazing weird thing that they would put on little boys to make sure, like, the second, like, you had tears or anything, all that,
Yeah.
All that. Where's mommy's little girl?
But I grew up with that too because my father was a professional football player.
Yeah.
So he had no empathy for. And I had a heartbreak. I was 16 years old, right? And this guy that I really liked, I was supposed to go the next day to the dance with him. I see him making out with a girl at a football game. I'm hysterical, crying in my room, like on the dress, real dramatic. Like I have this dress. And my father just came in and leaned in the door and he goes, what happened? He was making out with another girl, and he was like, why don't you run some laps?
Jesus. He's like, you know what, dude? Shuttle drills. I want you to go back and forth. We're going to time your shuttle drill. Get your brother downstairs. We're going to play Oklahoma.
Knees up, knees up, knees up.
I'm going to do hitting drills.
Help.
Yeah, we're going to do hitting drills. Maybe you lay your sister out. You feel a lot better.
But no one ever brings it up. When you get your heart broke as a little kid, it's the same as if you get a divorce when you're older. I remember, like, in 4th or 5th grade and just getting huge heartbreak.
It's hard, right?
I was in 8th grade, and my girlfriend, who I was in love with, got fingered by another guy.
Oh.
As an adult.
Had you done that with her?
No.
See, that's what really got you, right?
Fucked me. I mean, it did some serious damage to me. Where I'm like, I can't trust a bitch. I'm like 12. I'm like, you can't trust these bitches. And I'm getting finger popped. It's like, what? I didn't even know. It was so goddamn heartbreaking, and it was right before I went into high school that I was like, I'm going to be fucked up because of this.
It was probably her uncle. And that.
No, it was a guy I played football with who was better at football and better looking, and I was like,
you know what? He went for it. Unlike you,
I know. I was a puss.
You tried to respect her.
And he ended up flying jets in the Air Force, so that's why I would let him finger me now.
Yeah.
With his
but I had
record.
the same thing, 8th grade too, and a girl broke my heart so much that I remember my dad and my brother, who I said would bust balls about stuff, they came in my room, they're like this, you all right, pal? Because they were so. I must have looked like like I was spending like days just walking around, like just fucking laid out like it was a divorce.
Because you put all your eggs in one basket back then. Like now, these kids have social media, so there's like 5 or 6. Maybe they like the. After that, I always had a backup boyfriend.
Yeah,
I always had one.
And then you caused other damage. The cycle moved forward because I like Tammy, man. She's got this other boyfriend.
But I think it's even worse though, because like if you get a divorce as an adult, you don't have to see her and drown. Looking over at her, doing your
math
work.
class.
She's happy.
She worked in the guidance counselor's office my freshman year. So I go in and my counselor would be like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "There's just no point to any of this future. I'm just gonna walk out. I'm gonna go smoke weed by the dumpster. I'll see you later." I think I had a good zing in English 101.
This is going to be a hell of a show tonight.
I hope so. You know, it's like part of me wants to get a little bit back into radio, not like full time, but just enough. Like I'll come in and I'll fill in and do some fun things.
You want to be like you want to be like a studio musician. You don't want to go on the road with the band, but you want to go play on the album.
I want to play a little bit. I've been doing a lot of fill-in stuff for people because I don't really want the job, but I want to keep it sharp, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, you can always tell the people who could just come in and do stuff off the cuff. You know, people that can just come in. Oh, here's the topic. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Where a lot of comics, as funny as they can be, they need a little time to prepare.
Yeah, well, you guys were always so great to me. Like that one, I was only here one other time. See how good he is to me. Like, and that first day I walked in, it was like we were family. Now, granted, I'm crazy because I'm a stalker and I listen, and I feel like we have a connection.
No,
we do have a connection.
But I mean that's a testament also to you. Like, you know, people love coming in here to hang out.
Literally one of the best that's ever lived. Literally one of the best.
And I think your modesty portrays that. That you really are comfortable with that. One of the greatest of all time. I heard you leave here in sequin robes.
It says it on the chair.
Tammy's going to be co-hosting Jay McCarthy's Dirty Sexy Funny Show tonight at 6 p.m. on Sirius XM Stars, channel 109 at 6 p.m.
I know who delayed Fez's surgery.
Right.
Because he's very comfortable in that chair.
You are. You're really doing good.
Thank you. And you can pick up her album, Finding the Funny, on iTunes. And, of course, Dan Soder's here. He's playing comics at Foxwoods in Connecticut this Thursday, the 24th to the 26th. Go to comics@foxwoods.com. And the Stand tonight at 8 and 10 p.m. in New York City.
I love both those places.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
I just realized we were talking about Florida. I'm going to Florida tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Orlando.
Orlando?
Okay.
Yeah, but that's that's a different.
Okay.
That's where even the clouds look like Mickey Mouse.
It's all taken over. We've got our own fire department.
I've never been.
You've never been to Disney World in your life?
I've been to Disneyland. Never
Not
been
the
to
same.
Disney World.
You don't think it's the same? You don't think it's as good?
it's the same. I think Disney World is the.
It's so massive. You got the.
I don't like your Disney World arrogance.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
She
I'm
basically
pretentious
throwing our
about
faces.
Disney World.
By the way, what's college you go to? You never say. Oh, there it is on your shirt.
Ah, BC. That's why you're so obnoxious about the Disney World thing.
But let her talk, because at least I love that she's at least trying to talk as an intern. There's nothing worse than when you hear women on the radio and they just laugh. They're like that the woman on the construction crew that they just we're equal, and they just give her the sign, stop, slow. So at least
People
she's
think I laugh too
trying.
much on the air. That's a criticism that I get, that people think that I laugh too much, but.
But
I think
would
you laughed just the
I'd
right
love to
amount.
be the person with the sign. I always wanted that gig. You just turned it around. Slow, stop. Slow.
I'm not joking. I remember one time one of my mom's boyfriends is driving. We're driving by a construction site. He goes, "Can you believe those pricks make $12 an hour?" I was like, "I could do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I just found my job."
You can always tell the guys that hate unions.
Yeah.
You know, they're always just attack. What do you care what that person's doing?
You count cars for a construction company. No one gives a shit about what you think about unions. You should probably get into a union, and then you wouldn't be bitching about how much they make. I fucking hated that guy.
Your mom was...
My mom's boyfriend. He was just always negative about shit. And the worst part was he was in a 45 and over swim league.
Stop.
45 and over.
So
When you were a kid, so
when I was 10 to 13 years old, or I think I want to say 11 to 14, every Saturday morning, I had to go sit in an indoor pool, fully clothed, and watch 45-year-old men and up swim in Speedos competitively.
that was pedophilia. That was
That wasn't
a
bad, but it's
NAMBLA meeting. That was a NAMBLA meeting that you went to.
It was
disguised.
It was so awkward just to sit in that room, and I'm going through puberty, and guys are walking up hey, and just I'm like, I don't want to meet this guy. Like, this is Tony. He swims on my 4x1 team. He's pretty good. I'm like, I should be playing football with my friends. I don't feel comfortable.
Where was your mother?
Sitting next to me, because she was like, we got to go support him.
You got to be there.
Oh,
For what was his name?
Joe. It was the worst. Indoor pools in full clothes in December, just wearing jeans, and you're sweating because of the humidity, and you're like, I really hope that he wins this butterfly stroke. It was just the fucking worst.
And that horrible smell of the chlorine indoor.
We used to steal my mom's car. I allowed her finally to let a friend come with me. And she'd be like, do you guys just want to, like, hang out? And be like, yeah, can we sit in your car and listen to the radio? And we'd just take it around the parking lot. And then my mom came out one time, and I was like 12. I was like, hi! Yeah, that was a very dark part of my teenage
Well, I
years.
always like with kids that age, too, when they fight with their mom's boyfriend and use his name against them.
Oh, yeah.
None of your business, Joe.
I remember one time, this was the the meanest thing I've ever said to him. I was on the phone with my dad, and I go, hold on, I'm on the phone with my dad, Joe. And I just like went back, like, no, he's all right. Just talking to him, he's like,
Joe, making another sandwich, Joe.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I want to go play baseball after dinner, Joe.
I used to pray for step parents.
Really?
Oh, wow, yeah.
I thought it'd be easier. At least I could conquer a couple people.
No, because they're not tethered in there, so they don't care. They're like substitute teachers. They don't give a fuck about the lesson plan. They come in, they're like, is anyone looking over my shoulder?
Grab that pen from Boston College and write that down right
I'm just
now.
like, what do you want to do? I don't really care about what you do with your life. I'm like, okay. Can I go hang out with my friends that have the drugs? He's like, yeah, is your mom around?
Give a
No?
fuck.
Business trip? Go for it.
I don't like the way you're talking to your mom.
Yeah, that was the best.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't talk to your mom like that.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Joe.
We still should go stomp that bastard.
Oh, man. Yeah, he married. This is the best part. He was my godfather. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay.
And then my parents got divorced, and years later, my mom started, like, he moved in with us, like a roommate, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like almost biblical.
It's almost like Hamlet. It's like he was like almost like an uncle figure. And then he moves in, and then he like started dating my mom, and then lived with us for like 5 years.
Yeah, the key word is started. That happened a long time
and
ago.
then broke up and married my mom's best friend.
Oh,
Jesus.
Swear to God,
Fucking guy have no other friends.
Yeah, I mean this guy's good at fucking his friends.
But
women.
he had agoraphobia.
Yeah, exactly. It was one of those things where I was like, all right, well, I guess this is how life is. This is just what people do.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's fucking Arizona shit, huh?
It's Colorado. Yeah, that was Denver
yeah,
shit.
same shit.
That was some mountain
Same
people.
stuff.
That's mountain people living. Yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, dude, so we're just doing that?
And that's it. And then she had no best friend and no boyfriend at the same time.
Yeah, she went 0 for 2.
Lucky you didn't have a teenage sister. He'd have been all over her.
Dude, I would have murdered him if that would have happened. I would have. You just made me feel.
Look at, he just went through.
I was like, if I would have, and she was like,
Did you see his eyes?
she would have been like, if I would have had a little sister like Molly, and she was like,
no,
and she was like, well, I think Joe said he's going to. I'd be like, I'm going to fucking kill him. Just don't let me around.
Now I'm furious because I can't think of anything bad happening to Molly.
Yeah, because she's the sweetest. You laugh more on air. Don't let these Twitter pigs get you down.
Okay.
Twitter whores.
Whores.
I remember when Ron was about to say the word whore for the first time around me, he goes, I'm going to say a bad word here. Hua.
What movie is that from?
I have no idea.
Rocky.
Oh, okay.
Go back and watch it.
Right.
Speaking of which, when you brought up how people from Philly like Rocky, I saw the play and got choked up. I went to the Broadway play. And when he was running up the steps, I go, there he goes. Up those steps. He believes himself.
That's one of my most favorite things to do in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
When I play the club over there with a helium, to go watch out-of-town people run
It's
up
constant.
the step because they're just so fat and out of shape. And like, if I was a cardiologist, I would just hook up right there. I'd be like, listen, you fat bastard, this will be $72 right here. Here's the.
Well, the best part's watching them. You can almost
nitro.
You can almost pick which step is going to make them be like, I think I'm just going to fast walk for the rest of the time.
I get the over-under on step 14.
They're weird tiny steps there, too. They're not big steps.
I mean, you know what's funny is she said that, and I was like, I totally did that the first time.
Yeah, everyone did.
It's the truth, right? I've seen them do it.
It's constant. I don't know another movie where people have ever gone and tried to do that thing. Everyone thinks they invented it.
I will say, going back to Cleveland, if you ever saw, but it was a little bit younger than my generation, A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
A guy bought the house that A Christmas Story was filmed in and made it open, and it's really the coolest thing. Like, you can go there and pose, you can sit on the
there in a
beds.
heartbeat. I'd be there.
I would have
It's
gone
actually really
immediately
cool.
upstairs where he got soap in his mouth and look at the bathroom.
They got it. It's all there.
I gotta go because I'm trying to get booked at. I'm trying to work at Hilarities in Cleveland.
It's so cool.
I'm
Call
gonna
me
go.
and I'll come by.
Winter. Go in the winter.
I'll tell you.
Go for
Here's the thing.
Christmas.
So I jokingly on Twitter, I told this guy, I was like, "Hey, LeBron goes back to Cleveland." I called it because I said it last year, like joking around, like I think LeBron's going back to Cleveland, and people are like, "Fuck you." This guy's like, "Hey, I got floor seats, and if he goes and you get booked here, I'm taking you to a Cavs game." And I was like, let's make this shit happen. I got on the phone with my agent. It's the hardest I've worked at anything in my life. I was like, call Cleveland. I'm going to get this guy. I don't know his real name, but we're going to put everything together. I got to see LeBron courtside in Cleveland.
You don't care about the Tonight Show, HBO
They'd
special.
be like, Conan's on the other line. I'm like, yeah, I'll tell him. I'll call him right back. Well, this Cleveland thing needs to happen.
I have a date.
Yeah.
Dan Soder is going to be performing at Comics at Foxwoods this Thursday, July 24th, the 26th. Go to comics@foxwoods.com.
Wow, a little bit of drinky there. Pass me the live read. Let's go.
No, I got it.
Yeah, pass the live.
No, hold on. All right.
Give it to
I'll give Terry Pescatelli Dan Soder's.
That's a good one.
Terry's going to be co-hosting Jay McCarthy's Dirty Sexy Funny Show tonight at 6 p.m. on Stars, Channel 109 at 6 p.m. in the East. You can pick up Tammy's new album, Finding the Funny, on iTunes.
Is it 109?
I think it says 106.
It's 109. It changed.
It changed since when? Just a minute
Just
ago?
a second ago?
They changed a bunch of channels, but no,
Just now?
Initially it was wrong at 106. It is 109. That is correct.
Yeah.
109.
Nightmare.
Well, I don't know. That's the tequila. He's giving it to you
It's vodka.
in metric.
It's Tito's vodka.
I wouldn't push that when you're in that state, since it's a sponsor.
It's a very nice sponsor,
Yeah,
and I
is.
will tweet about it to make up for it. Dan and I both will tweet about it for you.
It is 109, by the way. Pepper was right.
Wow, that's
The
great.
second time. Not all day he hasn't been right. That's
Yeah,
the
but it
problem.
must have just changed, so
Yeah.
it's not your fault.
All right, let's see your Dan
Starting
Soder
today,
live read.
July 17th. But
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Dan will be performing at Comics at Foxwoods in Connecticut this Thursday, July 24th through Saturday, July 26th. Go to comicsatfoxwoods.com for tickets and more information.
Nailed it. That was great.
That's terrific.
Boy, that'll
That
get
was
me
terrific.
nothing.
That was.
I can talk to Siri very well in the text. That's all that works is in the text to talk.
Over on the iBag, Dan Soder's was the comic who changed my life. You did that one time when you come in. And do you remember who you picked?
Me. Isn't that weird?
It was, you can't remember the comedian.
Amy Schumer?
You could pick Dave Chappelle. You know,
Oh yeah. I mean, that was that's the reason I do stand-up comedy.
He was your idol?
He still
Was he
is.
Kiss?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm amazed by him.
Yeah.
I was bummed I didn't get to go to the Radio City shows. I saw him at the Cellar. He went on after me at the Cellar, and I was like,
Then he couldn't follow you.
no, he proved that I have a lot of work still. It's a long, long road, but it was like. Joe List and I, have you had Joe List on the show yet? He's unbelievable. One of my best friends and one of my favorite comedians. It was List and I on the show, and then it went Will Savint's hosting, Joe List, me, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. And we stayed to watch the whole show because Chris Rock brought Chappelle on stage. And we both got goosebumps watching Rock bring up Chappelle. But we left, and like Joe's been one of my closest friends in my life since I moved to New York, especially in comedy. And we were talking, we're like, that was fucking awesome. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Because Chappelle's like one of those guys where you just see him go and you're like, fuck, I'll never have that gear. He's just got like a seventh gear that he can just get into.
But it's LeBron status. I feel like I'm like a sixth man off a bench.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
Right.
But I'm not that. I'll never be that because my brain isn't wired that way.
Yeah.
I'll be a professional.
I'm
right?
like a Mike Miller. I can maybe bang some threes, maybe get to a couple rebounds, but
Once
then
in a while.
see a Jordan like,
But see, here's the dream, I think. If someone came to you when you were a kid and said, I know you're thinking about comedy, guess what? One night you're going to be there. It's going to be you, then Chris Rock, then Dave Chappelle. You would have said, what? Yes. I'm doing it. I'm
sure.
in.
And I
I'm
think
in.
that's what we talked about. We were like, that. I don't think we ever anticipated something like that. Now, granted, comedians are bitter as fuck. It wasn't like, well, and
No. We have those moments every once in a while. That's the one thing about comedy. Rodney, I loved Rodney Dangerfield. Loved. I also love a guy, Dom Irrera. Okay,
Dom Irrera's one of the best of all time.
Right, one of the best of all time. One of the people that helped me the most. You know how certain people help you in your career at different points. So Dom always, and we were really good friends, and I was really good friends with his fiance at the time, and we were all hanging out one night at the Comedy Store, and I left, and he calls me and he goes, "You got to come back. This is in L.A." And I go, I'm tired, man. I already made it over the hill. I lived in the valley at the time. He's like, no, you got to come back. Just sit and have some breakfast with us. So finally, I come back and I go to sit down at this booth. And it's Rodney Dangerfield. And it's me and Dom and Rodney Dangerfield and Dom's fiance at the time. But talking comedy and me listening till 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's one of those moments that I didn't even tell anybody back at home because they wouldn't believe you anyway. It doesn't seem plausible to them. But comedy, you can see your idols. It's not like, it's if I want to be an actress, I'm not really going to run into, maybe once in a while there'll be some actor on my plane. But it's not like you're hanging out at some actor's cafe and George Clooney and Brando show up, you know?
There's been nights where I've been able to sit at the table at the Cellar and listen to Chris Rock talk about comedy for 30 minutes where you're like, as a fan of comedy, I probably would have paid $1,000 to listen to this conversation. You got to hear Rodney be like, I'm running low on eggs. Hold on real quick. And you're just like, oh, you're just a normal person who can also talk about the thing that you redefined.
I went home and wrote it all down. It was pre-iPhone. I would have recorded it. But I went home and wrote it all down because it was just unbelievable to me.
And especially a guy like Rodney or a guy like Rock or Chappelle, where you're just like, these people have brought in you so much joy to the point where you're like, I want to do what you do. You do it so well that you make me think I want to do that. It's pretty cool to kind of, rub shoulders or even bump into him and be like, oh, this is... Well,
the thing, too, about Rodney is, when you first saw him, there wasn't a lot of guys even doing it. There wasn't a lot of people that you could have looked at like now. I remember back when there was just about maybe 15 or 20 people that would get on TV. Joan, Rodney. There was so few Rickles. And then later when you run into those folks, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't. No. It was to me too. Like I loved hearing their stories, and if they treated you, he treated me like I was a comic, and you just go, holy, how am I a comic and you're a comic? Like it's not even close. But he helped people. You rarely find that. You guys have the platform to help comics now. There are very few comics that go back and help other comics now.
Well, I'm trying to even think when you go back to that. Joan, when I just did the Unmasked with her. How many types of art forms are there where here she is doing this for over 50 years and still working at it the same way as she was a kid?
And still funny, right? Like still new funny.
Still new funny.
Yeah.
I don't know for how many places that you could ever find that. But even in comedy, I don't know how many people do what she does, because a lot of people, when they've been around as they get nostalgic, like they'll go back and do the old act and everyone's nice. She comes up and she's just just haymaker after haymaker. She's just so quick and funny, and
she tackles shit that a lot of people, even young comics, are like, I couldn't tackle that. Like, I listen to some of the stuff Joan Rivers does. I'm like, there's no way I could even approach that subject.
Right.
And then she does it just cutting, funny, unapologetic.
Yeah.
It's great to watch. And even Rodney, almost to the day he died, was hilarious.
Yeah, never gave up.
But that's the key. Don't you? I think comedy should be unapologetic. You don't have to like me, but I'm not apologizing. So then just don't come.
Yeah,
don't come to my show. Go to somebody else's show. There are all kinds of different comics for you to like, but I shouldn't have to apologize for my truth. You get a microphone, you figure it out yourself, and then we'll see.
Well, I don't think that people realize, especially people don't realize with stand-up comedy, that our punishment is not laughing. We don't need to apologize, because if we try to make a joke and you find it offensive, it's not funny, our punishment's going to be you not laughing, because we live off laughs. So if you don't laugh, it's like, all right, well, maybe that joke didn't work. Shit, but I'm not going to apologize for trying to be funny. I'm going to apologize for the joke not being funny. It's like, shit, I thought my take on it was going to be creative, but it looks like it's not, and I might have said something offensive. I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm going to apologize that I didn't make you laugh.
Or I apologize that your uncle finger banged you in 7th grade, and I can't help you. What you need is therapy, not comedy, and you should fucking leave.
But those people, that's their own issues, and they're going to have that venom and filth in their own lives. So as far as all I can give a shit about is the joke funny? That's the only thing that we can give a shit about.
But have you ever done stuff where later you go back and say, we shouldn't do that, My whole entire act up until 3 years in.
Yeah. I want to apologize for everybody that saw me
I'm
in
hacking
Tucson.
you, agreed.
Yeah, it's just fucking... Every joke, I was like, what? How is that even a bit? But I thought at the time, I was like, whoo-hoo!
Got it. Start to get it. It's all coming together.
Wait till this late show, right before I bring up the feature, I'm going to drop this fucking pearl. And then I watch a tape of it, and I'm like, oh my God.
My apologies go to my family and friends who watched me when I was first starting out. I see those tapes.
Did you invite people in too, like your family? Did you let them know?
Always. I thought I was really dropping the heat. I really thought I was doing something. I was like, boy, I know that you should really be impressed with this, and it's okay. Hold your adulation.
Hold your adulation. I explode at the end.
I had 2 girls I went to high school with that came to a show of mine right when I moved to New York at the old Boston Comedy Club, and it was like 3 people in the audience, and they were 2 of them. And I was like, hey, I'm real sorry about this when I went on stage. Because I was basically like, hey, you want to go sit in a room and watch me try stand-up comedy? And I was like a shitty open micer. And then now, like, I'll see them, like, when I go home for, like, Christmas, and they'll be out at, like, the bar with everybody, and like, see, you still doing stand-up? I'm like, yeah, no, it's way better now. It's not, oh, my God, you saw me at such a dark time. Yeah, when I was sitting out front, being like, you want to see a comedy show? You want to see a comedy show? They saw me barking, and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, you turn that into a job, sure.
But it doesn't matter what you do. People still aren't sure that it's a job. Yeah. I literally, I had my special. I'd been doing a bunch of other stuff. I mean, whatever. I don't have to give but, and I've been working for a long time. Yeah. Right? And I'll still, like, I ran into my cousin at this thing, and he's like, so, how's the comedy thing? It's good. He goes... You're making a living at it? It's 20 years, you dick. Don't you think I'd have given up by now if I wasn't?
I'm wondering what bothers me, that or I don't want to end up in your act. I want to tell you a story, but I don't want it to end up in your... Motherfucker, I'm not going to write you in.
Nobody gives a shit.
First off, how good of a writer do you think I am that I could write you into my act where I'm like, oh, okay, well, no.
Cosby might be able to he might be able to take this story and turn it into something.
Possibly.
You can do Cosby, do it.
I can't do Cosby.
Yes, you can. You don't know that you can, but you were doing a voice earlier.
I was doing
today.
Dangerfield, which I know I can do.
But before that, when I wasn't on, when I was listening on the radio, and Cosby's underneath that, I got to figure out what it was you were doing.
Well, I'm not going to figure it out now.
Come on, let's try the Cosby.
No, because it's
well, you got. He's coming back. He just taped the special.
Let's work on pudding.
Just pudding. There's a very Adler type. Pudding.
Is that it? We get
pudding. Is it right there? Pudding.
Who was he doing before I got here?
I don't know.
I think he was doing Crosby. I think it was Norm Crosby.
Might have been. I think that's what it was.
When you have those impressions, that's got to be such a leg up, though, when you're starting, right?
No, I didn't do them. Those are all for... Any impression I ever did was only just for me and my friends. Even now, I do some voices, but anything I knew I could do would be to make comics laugh in the green room.
Oh, that's great.
Never used it on stage. Like, we used to do random Rodney Dangerfield doing other stuff, but I never went on stage and was like, Rodney Dangerfield, and it felt fucking gross.
Rodney Dangerfield's here. Yeah. I know, I remember. Now that I saw you just stand up, you didn't do anything.
No.
I saw you.
Yeah, because
I'm like, oh shit, he's bombing. Go to the fucking...
Do your voices! Save yourself!
No! Shut up, Ron!
Save yourself! You don't have to let this happen!
Your writing is very mediocre! I'm like,
I'll give you the script. I'll give you what I wrote down that Ronnie said.
I've been obsessed. My dad was obsessed with Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah. So growing up...
Everyone's dad was.
It was like... That was the thing where I was like, oh, this makes my dad laugh. This is what... It was Saturday Night Live in Dangerfield. Because we used to watch Dangerfields where they had like Hicks on and like Seinfeld.
When he was great.
And you had all
these comedy specials and all that.
And always they were like... I just remember being little and being like, I want to be related to him. Because after every comedian, he looked like he just came from having the best conversation. He's like, these guys are having a good time. You guys ready for more comedy? All right, this next guy, a little bit of a maniac. And you're like, holy shit, who are you?
Yeah.
I want to be your relative. That's all I knew from Rodney. And Back to School was like my favorite movie up until I was 10.
Yeah, I love that.
And then it stayed in the top 10, but like Back to School was my shit. Didn't really understand Caddyshack. Got all the jokes in Back to School as a kid. Didn't, because I was in school. So I was like, oh, that's why they're making that joke.
Yeah.
Principals are dicks. I get it.
I remember when Rodney would do the Tonight Show with Carson.
Murder.
And it would be like, I would find out and be like excited from dinner until 11:30. I'm staying up for this.
Yeah.
I'm staying up. Rodney's going to be on.
You can buy full episodes on YouTube of the Tonight Show with Carson, and I've bought about 5 of them with Dangerfield, and he fucking murders.
Yeah.
To the point that Carson's like, stop.
Yeah.
There's one, Jolis told me about it, and I went back and watched it. There's one where Rodney's killing so hard, the only thing that he said that isn't a joke is, I got a lot of jokes. And it goes back in, and just bam, 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 bam. And Carson's like, like he goes to take a drag of a cigarette, and he can't even, he has to put it back down because he's laughing. And you're like,
he loved him. Carson loved him.
Pryor and Dangerfield murdered the hardest on Carson.
And Don Rickles.
Yes,
and Don
Rickles.
If you watch Rickles and Carson, it's amazing.
That's why I'm bummed I'm not in Montreal this year.
Yeah, me too. That's the
Rickles is the
one of
only
those
reason
things.
where I'm like, fuck, this is the year they're bringing Rickles.
Plus, they gave my old manager a show. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? I can't even get up there, and he's doing a show. I don't even get it.
Oh, and Opie was like, you want to come up? And I'm like, I can't show up to Montreal without doing comedy. And you're like, hi, boys. Just here to do some radio.
It's so weird, isn't it?
That would have been weird.
Those people.
But man, Rickles, I would have fucking loved to see him.
Yeah, I heard he still
You
got
could
it.
have worked the red carpet with Jeffrey Gurian. He would have had you hold this fucking
What are you
cable
wearing?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd hold the boom mic like Scotty and Boogie Nights. And just like,
I didn't know you did such a great film.
is that your name? That's sexy. You look really sexy. Yeah, that's what I would have been. I'd have been creepy Scotty on the red button.
See if I can do impressions, that's all I'd ever do. I'd be fucking just like Rich Little.
Oh, man, Rich Little was the shit.
Yeah.
I loved Rich Little. And I didn't know who that was until my grandma was like, well, you're turning out to be a little Rich Little. When I was like 7 years old, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And she showed me some tapes. I was like, all right, I'm on board.
I'm Rich Little then.
Yeah.
Little Rich Little.
Yeah, I'm the little Rich Little. Yeah, I used to love, like, Dana Carvey was my hero when I was a kid.
Sure.
Because I just remember being like, he can do Ross Perot and George W. Bush. This guy's got it all.
Do you think that it comes from, like, that you're able to really, like, when you're listening to people, that you pick up on nuances? Like, where do you think that it comes from?
I don't think I'm as good. Like, I don't know. You'd have to ask a guy like Jay Moore, or like Jay Moore's the best that I've ever seen as far as, he does a Colin Quinn where if you shut your eyes, you're like, that's Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
Right.
He's so good at doing voice.
He
Jay
does
Moore's
shit to me on the phone.
Yeah, I would
It's
say
fucked up.
Jay Moore and Jay Farrow from SNL probably are the two best.
You know, I'm glad that you said it because they should even be doing more with Jay Farrell. That
He's
kid should
so
be
good.
He should be the biggest fucking star Saturday Night Live ever had.
He's so unbelievable as a mimic. When he did Stephen A. Smith on Weekend Update, I was like, this is such a deep cut that no one's going to appreciate.
Right.
But that's the same way I feel when Jay Moore does Harvey Keitel, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's mind-blowing.
That's insane.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I think it's the hearing. You know what I mean? I think you guys hear it at a different level.
I don't know, because I mean, I can do like maybe 6 voices, but then like I watch those guys and you're like, whoa.
When Jay Moore goes from Harvey Keitel into Chris Penn,
Yes.
it's the funniest-
Oh my God. He can do basically
The whole movie,
He can do
yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, he can.
By himself.
Right, like if we didn't have movies,
Yeah.
he could go town to town.
He's gonna
Just
be-
tell
Find
this
that
to
one
people,
person.
and people would sit and look at him.
If the apocalypse happens
Yeah.
and Jay Moore survives, he will be the most famous man in the world ever. Because they're going to be like, do Reservoir Dogs. He's just going to be wearing a black suit. And he's going to do all of it. Yeah.
I'll
His
be saying
Chris
that with
Penn-
one tear.
If you can do
'cause
some,
I'll
then you can
remember.
be like the dollar movies.
Yeah. This is on, anybody want to see Back to School again? Huh?
Could you imagine though Reservoir Dogs with Rodney Dangerfield?
And then
Could
you turn
imagine
around.
that? Yeah.
Wouldn't it be weird if Reservoir Dogs had Rodney Dangerfield? Yeah, that's like that was my favorite '80s comedian thing. Was the turnaround, the look, and then they'd be like, and then they'd change their face.
Could you imagine if they were all smoking weed? I think it would be. Well, you went through this long. Just do your voices.
Here's how good Jay Moore is at voices. He did Christopher Walken before anybody, and now that's a hack thing.
Right.
Like that's how good you are. When you did the voice first, and everyone was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
All right.
Because once like you brought up Ross Perot, and after that, everybody started to do it.
Well, they do Dana Carvey's version.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like everyone does Daryl Hammond's version of Bill Clinton.
Right.
Yeah, like there's like versions that you do of those people where you're like, oh, okay.
You remember when Eddie Murphy did Elvis?
Yes.
And I thought, like, because that was the catalyst that changed my life. I was probably 9 years old, and I snuck and bought the tape and then hid in my closet with a sleeping bag. And
wait, did you buy Comedian?
I bought Eddie Murphy Comedian.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I just listened and listened, and I knew it verbatim. But he could do voices that were
amazing.
Amazing.
That was the first time I saw anybody where I was like, he was on a different level. Like when he did the Mr. T being gay and
the whole come on down, Norton.
He's like, I'm gonna bend over now. Now you gonna fuck me in the ass. Now slow it down, make me mad. Like it was so, and he did the Honeymooners.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he did everything, and then when he went to the Elvis and he did the lemonade, and you're like, what the fuck? That sounds exactly.
And then Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Give me a tissue.
But the stuff on Comedian he did that he cut out that he didn't do on Delirious was the Larry Holmes Campbell Soup, which is one of my favorite bits of all time, where he said, like, my favorite soup, Campbell soup. And he does the whole thing, and then he does the York peppermint patty. I get the temptation. That's a hard word to say, temptation. It was like, what the fuck? I remember listening to that album at, like, 10.
It was crazy.
And by the way, he was like Molly's age at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like 20, 21
I think he was
years
22
old.
when he did Delirious, 26 when he did Raw.
Insane.
I love that kid, Pete Davidson. He reminds me of him a little bit. With the way that
I'm friends with Pete. I love Pete to death, but I don't think he's
not that. But
like Eddie Murphy was like, holy shit.
But at 19, that just to know who you are at 19 and know that kind of 20 years old.
I think Pete is hilarious, and I think he's got a very great opportunity to become a fantastic comedian if he. I'm like, Pete, just pump the brakes, buddy. Everything's okay. You're nice. I couldn't imagine, like, he talks to me and he's like, I'm going to go on this TV show. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're at 19. I was wearing jean shorts and liquor t-shirts selling eighths of shit weed. And Pete's like, I got girls on Twitter that want to fuck me. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm like worried.
That's what it's about.
Like an older cousin. I feel worried for him all the time. I'm like, you want to talk, man? If you got to talk about anything, he's like, oh, yeah. Because like 19 years old, you're on a popular TV show. You're a great-looking kid who's hilarious. You're almost like, dude, just don't Freddie Prince. Just don't Freddie Prince on me. Just be cool.
He's a nice
and he's a good kid. His mom is the best. And you know what I mean? So he's like one of those kids where I'm like, good, just keep going the path you're going. But I talk to him and I'm like, not every 19year's going through this. You got to understand.
Do the impression of him again, because that was amazing.
So he's like, well, I'm going to be on a TV show. I don't know why that is.
I love that.
But that's just like every time I see him, he's like a puppy dog. Where
He's
he's
a
like,
really baggy sweatshirt, too. He's always like a little cold.
Yeah, he's such a great kid, and I
I'm supposed to play his mother on his series.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't do that for a lot of people.
Well, Pete's also 12, so it's not, you're like, Pete, I'll do it if you're under the age of 6. Right. Maybe I'll play your mom. Yeah, I think that like whole being a comedian when you're young thing has got to be one of the most difficult things.
I love it because he asked me like, "Would you be willing?" I'm like, "You don't get how this game works."
Yeah, I tell him that all the time.
Think you understand? Yes. You're dummy.
He said that to me one time where he's like, "I didn't get this thing." I go, "Pete, you're in a business of no's, and all you've heard is yes. Just be like, okay, cool, this is great." He's like, "Would you want to do that?" I'll do anything. I'll fucking be your driver in 5 years.
I don't give a fuck. 20 years in.
Yeah. You think I got...
you talk? Like I got so many options? Yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm kicking around an idea for Universal right now. You're like, dude, yeah, kid, I'll do whatever you want. He's going to get me a job in 20 years.
But there is no reason that he should know that, because he did hear yes so many times in his life. It's crazy.
But that's a different kind of problem. That's a whole different.
More money, more problems.
Yeah. just like my man Puff said, more money, more problems. Which is almost
breathe a little bit harder too, right?
Just my Pete impression is Biggie, just toned down. Yeah. When you hear yes all the time, you got to start worrying about who's saying yes to what. You and I, as comedians, we've been told no to the point where you had to get good enough that people are like, okay, now yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking about it. Right. And you're like, I just murdered. And they're like, I don't know. You've got gray on your temples. I don't know if I like that. But then, I don't know that's got to be a scarier thing for everyone to be like, whatever you want. What do you want? It's
I'd
right
have been
here.
the biggest dick.
If I were Pete, I would be dead. Because I would have just been doing drugs and I'd be like, who wants to stay in a hotel with me in Tacoma until the voices stop? And then,
well, this is what Pete was saying to me that I hadn't even considered. A lot of his fans can't get into clubs.
Dude.
Like a lot of little kids love him.
Can I tell you? Yeah. Pete opened for me at the Stress Factory in New Jersey, and I love Pete to death. And it was so funny because I got on stage and I looked, and there was a table of about 8 gorgeous 18-year-old girls, and about 10 minutes into my set, they're like, "This is sad." You can just tell that they're like, "This is it. I wanted to come see. Where's Pete?" Because Pete murdered, and they loved him. And they're like, "I know there's problems," and I got up there and I'm an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore. And they're like, "This man boy is sad." And then I get off stage, and their parents are like, "Thank you." They're like, "We came here to see Pete," and they're like, "I love you." I'm like, I'm getting all this fucking runoff of their parents liking my stand-up. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll see you, Susan. You coming out next time? All right. So I got to thank Pete for letting me get more fans from his fans' parents and
older
brother.
He could bang the chicks and you could bang the mom.
It's insane. At 19, I was getting no pussy, and I see these girls that come out to see Pete. I'm like, what are you doing talking to me? You should just go lay in a doggy pile. It's unbelievable.
Dan Soder's going to be performing at Foxwoods. Comics at Foxwoods. This Thursday through Saturday, go to comics@foxwoods.com, and he'll be performing at the Stand tonight at the 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. show. Tammy Pescatelli will be co-hosting on Jay McCarthy's Dirty, Sexy, Funny show tonight at 6 p.m. at SiriusXM Stars Channel 109. And you can pick up her new album, Finding the Funny, on iTunes.
How long is that show tonight? Do you know?
An hour.
An hour.
6 to 7 with call-ins, and I think Jason
awesome.
Biggs and his wife.
What?
Jenny Mullen. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's fun.
That's a nice gig.
Yeah, well, she got him a hooker. Did you know this story?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had heard something.
For what?
Just
anniversary
for
or something?
Yeah. So that's a fun story.
Oh, man, you're going to have a lot to cover.
Now they have a kid. I go, that's over.
Yeah.
Like, all the fun, the hooker's going to now have to babysit.
Honey, I got
He's just got in trouble for something, too. I can't remember.
Said something about the Malaysia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tweeted about the Malaysian airline.
Yeah.
But it's hard because literally it goes back to what people say on Twitter is you think it's funny, but you can't help how people interpret it.
Man, I stay the fuck away from it. They talked me on this morning on Opie and Jim. They talked me into downloading it again, saying because I took it off my phone.
Yeah,
and I was like, I don't want anything to do with Twitter. And then I was like, all right, I'll download it. And again, I'm just immediately regretting it. Like, what the fuck?
I fight with my family. I sent a thing to my family saying, just on text, I said to my brother, I go, sorry, you guys can't make it. I know you've been traveling a lot. I know you're tired. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Why are you insulting? I'm like, no wonder I can't communicate with strangers.
Yeah.
My own family thinks I'm an asshole. Of course, everybody else
What's
does.
that supposed to mean? Should be just the family crest. That thing.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's their fucking emblem and then below what's that supposed to mean?
Yeah. God, that's the only people that you say it to, or says that back to you. It's insane how much family says that to each other.
Oh, and they hate me. I didn't realize how much they hated me till the past few years. And it's like there's a deep-seated resentment that they hate Tammy, and everything is wrong. Nothing can come out of my mouth that is good according to their ears. I could say, "Hey, good morning, how are you?" What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Do you think that I was out till late? What's the matter? I don't usually sleep well. Jesus, you're trying to start something? Look, Ma, she's trying to start something.
See, my family always treats me like when I come home, like I'm a mercenary that works for like Blackwater, and I just do these horrific crimes because they come back and they're like, "So how are you?" I'm like, "Good," and everything's okay. I'm like, yeah. And then I just imagine like he gets enjoyment out of sick shit. I don't know if he's a little bent in the brain. Yeah, they'd always treat me with like this little bit of like.
It's like your gay friend in the '80s, and you weren't sure he had AIDS.
Yeah. Can I hug you? If I hug you, or am I going to be in your act? If I hug you, you're like, fuck you.
Your gay friend that you weren't sure.
Yeah. Hey, how are you and your mystery virus doing?
How are you?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Well, that's why, like,
you don't want to really come out and go, "Do you have a sore that you're covering?"
No, everyone can watch the HBO movies that's young and think that they would be different, but no one knew at the time where that was going.
Yeah, I find it like I just can't even imagine that is actually the way it went down.
I remember,
but we thought it was the plague, like literally the plague.
I was a kid, and they used to have people come into school and be like, "If you meet someone with AIDS, they cannot give it to you by hugging them. It's blood." And you're like, "All right, this is fucking, we're third graders."
Right, yeah.
And they're talking to us like, AIDS is coming, okay? We're in Denver. We have the protection of the mountains to the west. But we're opened up on the east. Yeah. The gays can run on the plains. We know that they're it was a weird thing to be briefed about.
Yeah, it was horrible back then.
It was terrible. My friend had AIDS, and we kept it quiet for years and years, because it could destroy everything around. So years went by, and no one said anything.
Why, he was worried about like his job or something like
that? The job and how you were perceived.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie. You gotta watch the movie Philadelphia.
Well, I have to tell you the truth. I almost am a little bit, as happy as I am for my gay friends and the strides that people have with acceptance, there was a lot to be said by being friends with the gay community back then, because they embraced, if you had a gay friend, you had a gay, like you were standing, you were saying, "Hey, I'm here with you, and I don't care what anybody thinks," and that like women now have gay best friends because it's fun for you. But back then we were really friends. Like I was there saying, "Hey, man, you better stay away," you know?
It's funny you say that, because you always look at like these pictures from like the 30s or like the 40s in like Alabama, and you're like, "It was crazy, he was friends with the black guy," and you're like, "I would have been friends with the black guy," and you don't realize like how
you would have taken the beating next to him.
You would have been like, you were fucked if you were like, "No, they're good," and they're like, "All right, why don't you come on down here?" And you're like, "You know what, maybe I would have been a different person in history. I would have been the guy that's like, 'I'm so sorry I have to do this, but get out of here.'" The guy that's like,
I'm Italian.
We're gonna go, we'll hang out by the river later, but what are you doing in my restaurant? And they're like, "No, that's who you would have been."
So you would have hung out with him by the river.
I was going real Huck Finn, Ron. I don't know.
Okay. The two of you heading down
just trying to go down the Mississippi.
That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Someone said to me something about like this crazy stuff was going on Twitter, and this woman goes, "Oh, your people you're showing your white privilege." I go, "First of all, I'm Sicilian." I go, "My people didn't even get here till 1934, so all of that stuff was over." And then she goes, "Well, you still," and I go, "If you know anything about my people, they were raped and murdered by both sides."
Yeah.
People, like, no one knew back then whether it was race, whether it was sexuality. If you stood for people, you stood. And now I think it's easy to stand for people because you don't know any different. You know what I mean? Like, there's always...
Well, yeah, because you don't even have neighborhoods. Like the block I live on, I think was a German block, and the next one over was an Irish block.
Yeah.
And the old people in my neighborhood will say, "We didn't go over to 67th Street,"
Or you ran through it. Like, you ran top speed.
Even in the 80s.
Yeah.
Giannis Pappas, one of my best friends, a fantastic comedian, grew up in Park Slope in the 80s, and he's like, no. Park Slope wasn't what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, you went down the wrong block, there were the brothers. Sodas waiting to jump you. You went down the other block, they were the Italians with the bats. I remember asking him, I was like, who was the worst group to get jumped by in Park Slope, Brooklyn in the 80s? And Giannis, without batting an eye, he's like, the Italians, because they always had bats.
Yeah.
He was
They
like,
always had bats.
That was always the thing.
My
the bats
husband
were
and his
there.
brothers.
Mickey Mantle treatment. You're going to get the Mickey Mantle treatment.
He's like, black dudes would take your sneakers, they take your money. He's like, Italian dudes would really fuck you up. And
I was just for going through their neighborhood.
yeah.
Right?
Or just being there, just being like, oh, look, there's a group of us and one of them. Ugh. Fuck that. I grew up in Denver. Everyone was pasty white.
I will say this, though. I've never heard anyone with more best friends than you.
No,
One of my best friends.
I tell you.
Except for Joe. Joe, he fucking hates.
Yeah. Fuck Joe. Everyone else, you're my best friend. Tammy, my new best friend. Welcome to the club.
Dan and I are going to do a show.
Yeah.
You guys, you got the chemistry. It would work. I just figured out we were supposed to sign off 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sorry.
over.
Yeah.
We're over.
Time
Sorry.
flies.
Yeah, I had no idea. You guys were fantastic today.
Oh, we love you.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. And tonight, Chris, go ahead and do those plugs. But this time, don't do it with the gay voice.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Because you're trying to do Fez. I've been noticing.
No, this is my regular straight voice.
Okay.
We love you, Fezzy. Hope you feel better.
He's still
He's still not?
Yeah, I just heard from him. He said they're waiting for the Valium to kick in. I know what's going on. It's because he's too nervous, and then they're afraid he'll have the heart attack while he's getting the neck operation.
Oh.
Tammy's co-hosting Jay McCarthy's Dirty, Sexy, Funny Show tonight at 6 p.m. on Sirius XM Stars Channel 109. That's at 6 p.m. tonight Eastern. And you can pick up Tammy's album, Finding the Funny, on iTunes. And Dan Soder is playing Comics at Foxwoods this Thursday through Saturday. Go to comicsatfoxwoods.com for tickets and more information. And he'll be at the Stand tonight at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. in New York City.
That's it for us. See everybody back in here tomorrow.
That's the end of my show. Donk.